Meowing the consultant for 27. I see you there. I see you sneaking in there. Hi, by the way. I wasn't gonna start the stream yet because I'm not ready. But then I saw your message, so I was like, okay, I'll just press start. Good meowing, by the way. Meowing Oni-chan. Meowing Kaden. Good meowing live type. Oh, it's always a surprise to see you at this ungodly hour. How are you doing? How are you today? This is awkward, boys. It's really awkward. Banning Luxifate, thank you for calling me Maple. Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? I think today is not a good day to come to this stream. I don't think any day is a good day, but also today. Morning sheeple. Okay, go sleep. Make this sleep happen. Where the heck is it? Not it. Not it. That's not it. Oh, I think it's in this folder. It's in the Ligma folder. I found it. Talking about. That's a. I forgot. I forgot how to do this. Wait. 1 second. I think it's. Is it control or option? Oh, it's definitely not control. That's option. Yeah, there we go. Ah, I just decapitated myself, kind of. Really awkward. Good morning, Izuku Meowderia. Good morning, Rainy Daney. Good morning, LDTGX. Good morning, Aspect 345. Good morning. Good Maxine Bot Cell. Morning Boon 126. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's delicious and cute, Oni-chan. Oh, thank you for thinking of maple syrup. Good morning, good God's gift. Sorry, I can't read. No, I can't call you good boy. Nobody in here is a good boy. Good morning, Xenomorphica. Actually, that reminds me of the reason why I'm doing this trigger warning. So right before stream, I cut into an orange, and I really want to eat this orange, and I don't want to wait 20 minutes to eat this orange. So I thought, I'm all out of ideas anyway. I keep saying inappropriate things on this stream anyway. What if I just do an orange slice eating ASMR unprompted? But then I thought about it, and I kind of hate mouth sounds. And I hate ASMR. I do like mukbangs, but I don't really like ASMR mukbangs. So I thought I should put a trigger because I'm gonna, it might trigger people. Oh. Mmm. Can you guys hear it? Mmm. It's juicy. It's juicy and delicious. I don't even know if you can hear it. I don't know. I don't know how this filter thing works. Manly Master Protos. Only heard you moaning. Aw, man. How do I turn it off? Okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna turn off the filter if I can figure out how to do that. But warning again, trigger warning again, because without the filter, you'll probably hear my laptop taking off. Let's see. Can you hear it now? No, Oni-chan, this is a new segment. Mm. It's quiet. It is juicy. It sounds like something else. It's oranges. What do you mean? I'm gonna choke to death because I think this is so stupid. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm satisfied. I ate half. What does it sound like? Does it sound like oral? I don't know. I've never listened to myself eat an orange before. I'm serious. Yeah, I'm not a did. Oh, it sounds like macaroni being stirred. This feels sinful. I did re-enable it, didn't I? Didn't I turn it? Wait. Ah, I think after I listen to this, I'm gonna die in real life, and then I will also never do this again because that was, I don't know, it was like slightly uncomfortable. Anyway, I was gonna say I don't know if I can make it through the stream. It didn't sound different from what I expected. So, what are we gonna talk about today? Should we pick up on our conversations about clocks being social control? Um, um, we're changing the subject now. So yeah, I don't remember why I was thinking about this. Sometimes when you are freed from employment, when you're freed from employment, you start to think about certain silly things. And I was reading something or watching something somewhere. Oh yes, it was on the Demystify Side podcast, and they happened to talk about technology, and specifically the internet and um mobile devices, and how stark how stark the contrast in our collective behavior before and after the advent of the internet and the Internet of Things and yeah, mobile devices. Um, where before the way we compartmentalized our time was a bit different, and we whatever. I don't have to go into this too much. You probably get the point. But yeah, it made me think about it. We're like, mm, there are certain things in this society where it's hard to opt out of. And if you don't opt out, they fundamentally like warp your life in ways that is easy to not appreciate. Good morning, Omega Bleed. Hope you're having a good day too. Post 2008, you're expected to be available 24/7. Yeah, that's one thing I've seen in certain places, and one thing I rejected immediately. No, we don't get the point. What was so different? Um, so, mm, the way I was thinking about it is like before the watch or clocks, right? I'm sure time had to be coordinated in some way for certain things to get done, right? But without like a global standard time, there was probably some cap, some limitation on how much things could be coordinated. Um, before a digital clock, before a digital clock, if you had to rely on the position of the sun to figure out the time of day, right? Then what do you do on a rainy day or a foggy day, an overcast day? Pre 2000s life was way more chill in general, more free. And then, yeah, and that's about clocks, but also with, um, yeah, with the internet. I don't really want to talk about this. I don't feel particularly motivated to talk about this. But what changed after mobile devices? Yeah, so someone else had mentioned it in chat already. The the idea of being accessible 24/7, um, where people might have an expectation um on you, or you might have an expectation on others that they could be quickly that you can quickly get their attention and vice versa. The ancient Greeks had clocks with daylight savings back then, in case you didn't know. Oni-chan, I did mention clocks as well. So I'm saying before clocks. Ancient Greek clocks also count as clocks. Manny Mama. I don't want to talk anymore though. No one is forcing you to go along with that. I don't even take phone calls from people that aren't close to me without appointments. Okay. Let me it's hard for me to decide if cuz I don't really feel like contending. But here's what I want to say. Um I do exercise a certain degree of control over some things where like I decided for myself um I don't want the technology or other people to own me. And phones are kind of a very good example cuz I'm very much the same. Even before being out of employment, I'm someone that would keep my phone off during off times or not carried around with me. Because I don't want to be accessible 24/7. I don't want anyone to believe that I am either. Um, the same thing with Discord. There's some people who have Discord open 24/7, and I'm not one of them. And I haven't been one of them for a long time. I don't even keep DMs open. But that's only talking about direct communication. Um, my thoughts on this were more about technology as a whole, and it doesn't have to just be computers and phones, right? Anything technical. Um, let's anything technical, anything that I don't even know, like you can call some of it an advancement and some of it doesn't have to be an advancement, but it's social control in that it changes your behavior, right? So let's use laundry as an example, right? Now, I could still have the ability and capacity to hand wash all of my laundry and hang it out to dry. But the introduction of washing machines of washers and dryers have aspects of social control baked into them, insofar as, yes, you have the choice to decide whether or not you'll use them, but when something becomes commonplace, you don't think about making those decisions because you have it's probably, maybe this is just a guess, that there's probably some great, it's adaptable to be able to offload some decision making so you can focus on things that are more important, right? So, not thinking about, am I going to wash my clothes with the machine or am I going to hand wash them, by just going with the flow. Like, this is what people do in this society. Um there's ease to that. But yeah, so I think about this stupid game I keep playing on my phone. I keep playing this stupid mobile game. I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know. I don't know why I keep playing it. It's because I'm addicted. It has some of these FOMO gotcha mechanics, right? And I'll tell you, it changes my, I alter my behavior because of its existence. So, before I played the silly egg game, I could use the toilet, and either just, not have my phone, or not scroll, or scroll Reddit if I did have my phone or something like that. But yeah, instead I was using the toilet and I was trying to fight the boss, like I was battling a boss. And my point is, maybe if I stopped to think about it, I would prefer to take shorter poops and quickly get out of there, quickly get out of the litter box and move on to other things. But I don't know, you know? Anyway, this is just another case of a woman not wanting to be accountable for my own actions. We'll do anything to keep progress right, even if it means we lose control of our laundry quality. Meow, 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 meow. I wasn't looking for advice, but because Oni-chan, obviously I know that. Obviously I know I could just not bring my phone to the toilet with me. The point I was trying to make is how convenience and technology or not just technology. When I say technology, I'm using it as a shorthand to mean anything new. um if we like it, we can end up doing it without thinking about it every time after the first time. I think the first time that you interface with something new, there's choice. There's choice involved because you're deciding to use the thing or experiment with the thing. But yeah, I think I'm talking about habit formation. And I think habit formation can be social control because of the trade off of time. When you're doing one action, you're not probably doing other actions. So, anyway, don't talk about this anymore because this topic is not interesting to me anymore. Meow, meow, meow. Where is it? Where's the thing I'm looking for? Where's the thing? Speaking of Reddit, I keep saying I'm gonna quit, but I'm really addicted. I'm addicted to the novelty. Look at what I found right before stream today. Isn't this funny? It's a kitty cat anime girl. uh, Being present is scary sometimes, so I really enjoy it. Lately, I feel like a hipster, or I feel like a rebel, because like, yeah, I'll leave my house without my phone, without a wallet, without identification. I'm like, I'm going rogue. Nobody knows what I'm up to. I'm suspicious. I can pretend I'm a dementia patient. And then, yeah, I like, yeah, sometimes I try to do one mindfully, right? So one action at one time, focusing on one thing. It makes me feel like a sociopath. So like, I think I'm used to, you know, attempting to attempting to successfully multitask, unsuccessfully a lot of the times, where I'll be like reading a book while trying to maintain a conversation while also listening to music all at the same time. So lately I've been doing this thing where like if I'm talking to someone, I try to just talk to them and put aside all other things and give them my whole focus. And if I'm reading a book, I try to. Oh, this is a tough one, right? This is the one that gets me. How do you guys deal with this? What do you do when you're reading something that is not your area of expertise? So you keep running into either new concepts or new vocabulary or both. So I've taken so in the past, what I would do is I would read something and I would try to use context clues within the text to fill in the gaps. And then sometimes when I couldn't take it, my curiosity got the better of me. I would do like a quick search of like, okay, what is this thing about? Um, and then I found that so you know what annoyed me? I ranted about this the other day about a lot of tech companies will name themselves after like specific words or like even events or like to try to be cool, right? They'll like name themselves after something. So then when I go to look up, okay, what is this theorem? Instead, I'm finding like some weird SEO for some company that named themselves after a famous mathematical concept. And I'm like, this is not what I'm here for. So I've taken to writing notes on paper so I can look things up later, and also using the dictionary app on my computer so that I can look up definitions of words while I'm doing. Oni-chan! Okay, so I'm gonna read this out loud. Oni-chan says, I pause what I'm doing, look up what they're saying, then reread the paragraph. This mainly applies to things from specific fields that use jargon and so on. The reason I'm reading Oni-chan's message out loud is because I do believe this is the correct answer. There's a right way to do this. I think if you're reading something, it's really easy to trick yourself into believing you understand while you don't actually understand. So depending on the goal, like if your goal is to actually understand the content of what you're reading, it's a good idea to read slowly, take your time, pause, and look up words and not just like let them go by. Like flaneur. Like the other day I told you guys about that word. And this is good practice that I would expect of someone who's experienced with literature, right? This is what literacy is, understanding what you read. Now, on the other hand, if you're just glimpsing or skimming through something to get the gist of it, first of all, is that a good use of your time? Maybe it is. Maybe you're like pre-reading to get some of the concepts down or to kind of get the lay of the land. That could be a good practice too. But, with the understanding that you're going to go back to it later. But yeah, if you're like me, sometimes I do this kind of skimming thing when I'm reading articles online, and then it's a different kind of brain rot. It's TikTok brain rot but with articles. Yes, Bong guy, I do have marginalia as my default search for my phone. Now, I don't do a lot of web browsing on my phone, but it helps to have that as like my, yeah, my thingy, my whatever. I wish there was a way to make marginalia my default search engine for Safari, but I don't know how to do that. What's the point of reading if you're not understanding the messages or ideas? Well, sometimes I'm curious about something, but not curious enough to the point where I want to be an expert. I'm just curious. And anyway, so I have conflicting feelings about this though, because sometimes the search for additional context is fruitful, and other times it feels like references are being made in order to signal something, like an insider, like, oh, you will understand this essay more, this article more, if you're the kind of person that knows about this or likes this thing. So what I don't like is when there's so many references that are there that don't add, and they don't add much context or flavor or change the message. They just waste my time by like me stopping over and over to look up, oh, what is this thing trying to say. Anyway, I thought about that today because I was trying to read one article, and then the next thing I knew, I had 5 tabs open just to try to read that first article cuz they kept referencing other things and like linking, like what do you call it? Hyperlinking to other things. The Rio. Anyway, yeah, isn't this where algorithmic recommendation comes into play? Yeah. Yeah, algorithmic recommendations or even SEO. Actually, I hate that too, because, like, oh man, I don't want to talk about gooning, so I'm not going to say it, but I wish there was a way to browse videos without seeing recommended thumbnails or titles for other things. Because it's just like, I know what I want, but stop tempting me with other things that I might want to click on. It's gonna take too long if I keep doing this. I start the stream because the stream is over. Shit. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you, thank you. Also, thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, and anime. Not always in that order. I go live every day at, I don't know what time my stream is. Help. What time is my stream? 8 o'clock Universal. There we go. That's different times in different places. Yada, yada, yada. Daylight savings time. Man, I want these streams to be about 25 minutes long or less, actually. I was thinking about this more. If I could get this down to 20 minutes, that would be excellent. But at the same time, meow. I don't want to be lectured on this. I'm not looking for advice. I'm just saying. Anyway, today is Moe Manga Manhera Monday. So I'm gonna share with you a manga, and then I'll give you some Manhera memes, and then I'll get out of here. I will leave. So here's the manga today. So I think this one might be trending. It's new. It's called Yotaka Futatabi, otherwise known as Nighthawk Returns. I've only seen the manga is free run. It should be. Honestly, I'm still reading free run as well. But there's only 3 chapters out and they're so funny. It's so funny and so good. I couldn't not share this with you guys. So, the once legendary hitman Nighthawk is now a washed up 33-year-old alcoholic chain smoking NEET. Will she ever make her comeback? And yeah, the first three chapters are funny and good, and yeah, it's so good. It's so good. She's just like me. She's like drowning her sorrows in alcohol and addicted to gacha games and cute women and cute girls, not just in games but also in real life. Like, oh my god, I don't want to give spoilers, but I could just really relate to her. Um, yeah, I'll just say that. Not so I'm not an alcoholic and I don't smoke, but I've been tempted to many times because it's like, you know, people can start talking to you about like, you have to be, you have to contribute to society, kitty cat. You know, there's a time in every cat's life when they grow up and they must become mature and get a job. And I'm like, why get a job when you could just be drunk? Meow. Anyway, I really, really like it. I like it so much. So yeah, there you go. I look forward to continuing to read this. Question of the day. How many times can you reuse the same earplugs? Thank you, by the way, to whoever purchased those earplugs for me on Throne today. I appreciate you. Those are my favorite. I'm not sponsored, but yeah, the Max pink ones are my favorite. I've been using them for years. Thank you, Momo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I would use them to study and block noise out, obviously. But I would buy the little ones from like, what do you call it? Like the drugstore, like CVS or whatever. Walgreens, and you get like a couple of them. You get like a couple of them, and then I would just, yeah, when they start to smell too funny or whatever, infinite if you lick them clean after every use. No, no, no. Anyway, I ran out. I have 2, and I had 4, right? I had 4, and then one day I lost one in my bed sheets, and I haven't found it since. So then I had 3, because I would alternate between the pairs. And then now I was just using the same pair every day. And then today I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to not do this. I did wash them once with soap, but then I was like, what if the soap and water gets stuck inside and I don't like adequately squeeze it out, and then I end up giving myself an ear infection from like mold or something. I don't know if that's how that works. Don't forget to clean out your ears occasionally also. Actually, that's true. I should add that to my throne as well. Yeah. I don't use earplugs. Are disposable or reusable ones better? I don't know. They get less effective as long as you clean them and they don't disintegrate. Manny raccoon tummy rubs. Also good manning Dieter from Spronkets. Also good manning who did I miss? Bong Guy. Good manning Max Anchor. Good manning again, Cirrus. I saw you, but I don't know if I said good manning. Good manning Ryu, just in case. Good morning, Daft Cash. Good morning, it's Bear Butt Bunny. I've never seen your name before. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Lethal Kate. Thank you for calling me mom. Good morning, Accentique. If I missed you, please yell at me. Good morning, Kanan. Anyway. Memes. There's only two. Here's the first one. Both of them stolen from Silly Girl Club. Commanding random passerby. Should I make a kick bot that'll auto ban anyone mentioning that URL? Accentique? Yes. Yes, you should. How do you make a kick bot though? You didn't miss me, but I missed you. Oh, that's cute. Good morning, Oni-chan, again. Can't you just add it to the filter? I tried. Meow. Meow. Oh, okay, chat is making me flustered. So this meme, is this even a meme? This is just an image with text on it. I wasn't made for this society stuff. I need to take care of my plushies and take a lot of naps. Or take lots of naps. This is how I feel. This is exactly how I feel. I love going to Silly Girl Club because a lot of them are just like me. They're the same. They're the same way that I am. And I thought about it today. So here's my secret. Here's my secret that I was gonna tell nobody, but I'll tell you all. What if, ow. What if, ow. No, not ow. What if, okay. I want to say this in a way that's not offensive. Okay, you know how cosplayers dress up like a character for a day? And you know how, like, some people have, like, a spiritual experience and then they become, apostles? I have to turn them into cultists. But, anyway, I was thinking that, like, what if instead of fantasizing and playing pretend and daydreaming about being, nobility, I told you guys I'm like a himedere. Like, I have a complex. I have a princess complex. Sounds like drag. What if I actually, and same thing with being a cat girl. What if I commit to the bit? What if I identify as a princess cat girl and then I live my life that way? What if I do that? Like, what if I, like, who's gonna stop me? Right? So the next time my mom tells me to get a job, I'll just be like, I can't get a job. I'm royalty. Also, I need to take care of Max. You know, if I leave Max unsupervised, who knows what he'll get up to. He's my butler. Your imaginary maids might stop you. The space Martians, doctors. I don't have health insurance, so I don't have to worry about the doctors. My pronouns are princess, princess. The internet would just indulge you, generally speaking. Are you okay with that? Yeah. I also want to wear. I want to wear cat ears and a tail every day. And if I say this, I can't put it on YouTube, so I'm not gonna say it. But you know how there's like more than one different kind of cat tail you can get? There's a certain variety of cat tail that I've seen in media, but I've never, yeah, Izuku knows, but I've never actually done that before. I've never used that before. I don't know if it would be uncomfortable. I don't know if I would like it. Okay, next meme. Fuck my disgusting loser life. This is how I feel. This is also me. Discord, Steam, lose all my games, repeat. So minus the Steam, because I hardly ever use Steam. But and I don't understand what it means, like, lose all my games. Like, that means, like, you're playing League and then you lose every time. Is that what that means? Gamali, not Undertaker. It'd be uncomfortable for continual use. Looks like AI. Mom stole your car for your brother, so she made you a princess. Yeah, I agree. Corona is not a loser. I agree. Why would they put Corona in this image? She's like super successful. So they probably, here's my guess. They put Corona in this image because they identify as a puppy girl, and yeah. Anyway, man. Today's quote: "If you think life sucks, it will suck." Stolen from, I have no idea where I stole this from. I just, you know what? When I started this thing, I've always believed that it's good to attribute quotes to their origin, because, it's the rules. Like, it's just illegal to not tell people where you got a quote from. But early on in the journey, I realized that quotes can be misallocated sometimes, and sometimes I don't remember them exactly, and sometimes I don't want to do the research. I'm lazy. So, so yeah, if you want to figure out where I stole this from, good luck. And anyway, this is relevant to the last thing I was just talking about. Because, like, today when I was being really miserable because of how loud the toddlers and stuff were at my house today, I don't like to self-gaslight, because one, I know that I'm doing it. But on the other hand, I do want to feel better. So I want to, like, yeah. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? I'll be more clear. If your life if your life actually sucks, you can do things to make it better, or you can change how you think about your life. And if you're good at lying to yourself, that might make you feel better temporarily and involve a lot less work than actually changing your life. On the other hand, too, if your life sucks and you're currently unable to change your life, then, instead of wallowing in how much your life sucks, you can use those feelings to motivate you, or you can, like, yeah, you can lie to yourself to protect your sanity. If someone made a manga about your life, would you read it? Yes. Yes, I would. Live type. If someone made a manga about my life, I wouldn't just read it. It would be probably my favorite thing. Um, Unironically. And I don't know if that's because I'm narcissistic. I don't know if that's because I just think I'm more interesting than a lot of other people. Or I don't know if it's because other people don't overshare as much as I do. So I find other people a lot of the times to be uninteresting. Also, like the manga I recommended today, one of the reasons I like it, it's not just because it's, like, hedonistic, but because it's relatable, right? So I do find people who are, like, diligent and put together and virtuous. I find them interesting, and in the sense of, like, wow, I can never be like that. Like, that's how, like, I find them interesting but unrelatable. So there's, like, a limit, there's a cap. Whereas when I see people who tumble down into life and then they just keep tumbling and tumbling downwards, I'm like, yeah, That's like me. Yeah. Meowing greatness. You will love it and even cry reading it. I have not read Real Life, but okay. I'll see what I can do. I gotta go. Bye. Sometimes you have no choice but to dissociate. People will think you are spiritual. Yep. Anyway, I love you. I'll be back tomorrow with Otaku Tuesday. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your night. I'm sorry for subjecting you to the sounds of me eating an orange, but you know, you gotta do the culling. Gotta filter people somehow. Thank you, Mama, for the gift subs, and again for the gift earplugs. I appreciate it. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.